Shalom. All praise, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel. The true Hebrew Israelites are the so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Americans, as well as you Israelite foreigners who may look like the other nations because Israel is scattered. This is going to be a video lesson on nuclear missiles in the Bible. And I'll start with the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon. Babylon is America. An assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows, which that's the main word, the arrows which are the nuclear missiles, shall be as of a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain. So these different nations will shoot missiles on America. In the midst of World War III, the third woe, and shoot them on Babylon, known as the whore. Revelation 17, Babylon the Great. Revelation 18, the daughter Babylon, or virgin daughter Babylon. Isaiah 47, Psalms 137, and so on. And it will be utterly burned by fire. Revelation 17. See if I get the verse right. In verse 16. In the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, which is dealing with it will be certain European nations. What are they going to do? These shall hate the whore. And we know the whore is America, the Babylon, in Jeremiah 59. And shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. So from the nuclear missiles, America will be burned by fire. Revelation chapter 18, verse 18, therefore shall our plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. So that should be clear. For strong is Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai power who judgeth her. So that's how Babylon, America will be destroyed, be taken out by fire. So now let's hit Joel chapter 2 and start of verse 2. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains. A great people and a strong. The great people and the strong are the missiles. There hath not been ever the like, neither shall there be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. A fire devoureth before them, which that's the destruction by the fire when the warhead hits ground zero. And behind them a flame burneth, which that's the fire behind the missiles that looks like a rocket when it shoots off. So there are two fires. That's it. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them. So there's vegetation. There's life. And behind them, a desolate wilderness. And so this is going to be missiles are shut off. It will be fire, utterly burned with fire, and then is going to leave this place a desert. Yeah, and nothing shall escape them. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen so shall they run. Like the noise of the chariots on the tops of the mountains shall they leap. So you need to listen or look closely. It says they shall leap, which is the like it goes up and then down. And so it's the missile. It's a leap. The whole trajectory, the whole journey, if you will, of the missile from the silo to ground zero. For like different words. So the missile is like a leap. This is how we know it's talking about missiles. So you should be fully convinced that nuclear missiles are in the Bible. Like the noise of a flame of fire that devoured the stubble as a strong people set in battle array. And you should be just as convinced that America will be Babylon, the place that will be burned by the fire. Before their face the people shall be much pained, all faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men, they shall climb the wall like men of war. And it's talking about the missiles climbing the sky. The apex. Which is basically the uppermost point. And they shall march every one in his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Neither shall one thrust another, they shall walk every one in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. This verse meaning that the nuclear defense systems they'll be inadequate. They'll be faulty. And so that's enough on the Joel 2. This is Revelation chapter 9 and verse 16. In the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, which is dealing with the 200 million warheads that will hit Babylon the Great. So you imagine the complete fire of concentrated heat that will burn this place up, the day that shall burn as an oven. The fire and brimstone, a lake of fire. Besom of destruction, and so on. And I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses in the vision. Actually I'm just gonna skip to verse 19. For in their power is in their mouth and in their tails. For their tails were like unto serpents, and the missiles look like flying serpents. And had heads, that's the warheads of the missile, and with them they do hurt. So within the Bible, it gives you the complete the word that's in my mind is instruction, but it's really the anatomy, if you will, of the missile. It tells you that what it looks like. Tails as serpents. It has heads, warheads. That a fire is behind it, and then there's a fire that devoured before it, the destruction. It tells you that they leap, they climb the wall. We know they will bring fire. And they go from continent to continent. 2nd Ezra chapter 16. This is the wrong chapter, Shalakia. Maybe we'll move back to this one. 2nd Ezra chapter 16. In verse 13, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. The bow is the silos. That's where the missile is held. It even looks like if you have a arrow in the bow and you have it pulled back, it kind of looks the same. I mean, tell me I'm wrong. It looks the same as a nuclear missile in the silo. His arrows, the arrows are the missiles. So for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, the same arrows in Jeremiah 50:9. They'll be shot at Babylon. And we know their trajectory, we know what they look like, and we know they bring fire. And we know where that fire is going to hit, and shall not miss, and when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. So that right there shows you why they're called intercontinental ballistic missiles, which is the full term for ICBMs. So they leap from continent to continent. They climb the wall. They have heads, which were the heads that do hurt. Their tails are like the serpents. So now let's read 2nd Ezra 15. In verse 10, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, which is dealing with Yahweh returns with the angels in the chariots of so-called UFOs to deliver the elect, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. And this is talking about the modern day Egypt, America. Oh, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof, which is with the nuclear missile ICBM fire. This didn't happen to ancient Egypt. All the land wasn't destroyed thereof. Joel chapter 3, verse 19, one of my favorite precepts. Egypt shall be a desolation. So this right there connects a desolation because it will be a desert after the destruction. It's going to be a low flat land, as it says in Zechariah, will be a plain, the great mountain. So Egypt, America, shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. Edom, Idumea, the so-called white man, Babylon the Great. So Egypt and Edom are connected, which proves they're the so-called white people. The wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. For the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. And so I didn't want to make this too long. I hope that was edifying. With that, I'll give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kadosh. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who were well. Shalom, peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.